Question for you. What's for breakfast? Well, cereal, the standard for a lot of people, probably Nate and me. A new trend in oatmeal is picking up steam, and one local company is leading the way. So Heidi's got more on the overnight sensation of overnight oats.
You like oatmeal,
I do
right?
like oatmeal. I really do.
You're a fit guy.
But I put sugar on it.
I know a lot of it too. But this is part of his fitness plan is what got him started on this. So it's a company that is really capitalizing on our need for something quick, something healthy, and we want real food for breakfast. They're called Oats Overnight. And let's just say they're playing the hand they've been dealt quite nicely. It's the most important meal of the day, but who has time for breakfast? Now you don't need it. Oats Overnight, ready while you sleep.
So what this is kind of a whole food meal replacement instead of a powder and water type experience that most meal replacements offer.
Brian Tate started making overnight oats as part of his own fitness routine, but he got tired of having to gather the ingredients every single night. He was betting that if he was looking for an easier way, other people were too.
People are moving away from cereal. It's kind of dying in the US, and it's getting replaced by healthy meal replacements, oatmeal, healthier breakfast alternatives that are lower in sugar and overall better for you.
So he walked away from the poker tables he had called home for more than a decade and gambled on a new business.
I actually quit really at the peak of my career in poker, so everybody, when they heard I was going to start an oatmeal company, it was pretty wild. I was a professional poker player for 12 years. Really right out of high school, started playing online and eventually moved to Los Angeles, Las Vegas to play high stakes cash games.
Starting a company takes some money, which he had.
How much did you win and invest?
It was significant. I mean,
Could you buy a house with it?
absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
A nice one.
You're like,
That investment has paid off. In just 4 years, Oats Overnight has grown from Brian's kitchen to a 10,000 square foot facility in Tempe, where they produce 15,000 packages a day and ship to customers all over the world. They started with green apple cinnamon.
We have flavors like blueberry cobbler and maple pancakes, even caffeinated options like chai latte and mocha dream. And it just packs everything you need, including the maca root, the protein, flax, chia seeds, all in one, ready to get on the go.
And they all come with Mom's stamp of approval.
I had to get her blessing before poker too. That was a little tougher
you
than
have
this.
a really good mom.
Yeah, no, she's been through a lot.
All right, so he was actually the first to launch an overnight oats business. Now a lot of companies, including Quaker, trying to do the same and get their line in there. Right now, these are only sold online, but that's going to change next year when they will be available in several retail stores. So you can get on Amazon.
Great
A
idea.
little shaker bottle, and you get your kit, and then you can just put them on reorder, and you're good to go.
So you shake it up in here, but then you eat it with a spoon?
You can drink it in the car.
Whichever you want.
Could you throw it in the microwave and heat it up?
You can do whatever you want. But it's really cool how he was just like, he was doing it every single night. He's like, this is a total pain.
Yeah.
So mass produce it.
How much are they?
I don't like oatmeal.
I'm like, what's the look?
Can you make cookies into it? Can you
I
make
like
cookies out of it?
oatmeal.
Maybe that'll be Brian if you're
I
watching.
like oatmeal cookies.
Oatmeal cookies, that's
Oatmeal
a great idea.
cookies.
Yeah.
That are like a breakfast cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right now,
Brian,
he's
your thing.
cha-ching. There went another house I could have bought.
But really fun to go from high stakes, like Bellagio style poker
Yes.
tables. I'm
To
just
this.
gonna make oatmeal.
That's awesome.
Huge
I think it's
success story.
fantastic.
So
Good
if
for
you
him.
have an idea, maybe you've had one and you're like, well, how do I turn that into a great invention? Coming up in a little bit, we're going to talk with someone from the Arizona Inventors Association. There she is.
I got so many.
With some tips on where do you start and how do you turn your invention into an overnight success. That's coming. Scotty, thank you. Well, earlier we told you about a man here in the Valley who made a pretty drastic career change. He went from professional poker player, you see him there, to inventor. So how was he able to make such a dramatic life change and be successful at that? And if you want your turn to turn your ideas into inventions, you can too. We are with Laura Myers now. She's the executive director of Inventors Association of Arizona to tell us more. And it all starts really with having a good idea. Thanks for being here. How do you know if your idea really is a good one though? You may think it's good, but how do you know that this would be marketable to other people?
Well, that's a really good question. What you need to do is kind of do your homework. Does it solve a problem that's common to many? It might solve one of your, little problems,
Right.
but that might be just you. So you have to look at the market. Is there a market for it?
And you're going to have to prove that there is a market for it. How much research do you need to do? And that's where you guys can help too.
You do a lot of homework. Yes, you do. You want to find out if it's marketable. You want to find out if it's demonstrated easily.
And a lot of times when people invent something, maybe it's not new, but maybe it's better. Do you see
Exactly.
that a lot where people go, well, this device is fine, but this one that I'm thinking of would be better?
That's exactly actually what happens quite often. Is you find something, and if you see something on the market, you don't say, oh, it's already been invented. What you do say is, oh, there's a market for this. Now, how is mine different?
And then how do you prove I guess you would go to your organization and go, hey, I have this idea, and then you guys would help walk people through the process? What is that process?
We do. Well, one of the things that you want to do is, of course, try to protect your idea. So you do a provisional patent application for that. A lot of people think they have to run out and get a full patent. That's thousands of dollars. And when you're in the early start, you don't want to spend a lot of money. So you do a provisional patent application.
Okay.
That gets sent to the USPTO. It costs you about $100.
How much
You can do it
how much would a
yourself.
full patent cost?
Anywhere
Just for-
from $3,000 to $20,000.
And then it may
Yeah.
not. It may be a flop idea. So you're like, well,
You're
you
kinda
don't want to
stuck
invest that
to it,
much
yeah.
money. Yeah, you're invested.
Yeah.
And then what about a prototype? A lot of times you hear, oh, you have to be able to show what you're thinking. Is that the case with technology now, that you have to find somebody to make something for you?
Well, generally you can make it yourself. Like Thomas Edison said, to invent, you just need an imagination and a pile of junk.
Yeah.
And you can use stuff in your garage. You can generally make your own prototype, or you can have somebody make it. But nowadays, with all the technology, you don't always have to have a physical prototype. You can do a CAD design, that's computer assisted design, or you can do even an animation, which is called kind of a proof of concept.
So you could find somebody who could help you demonstrate
Exactly.
again what you're thinking, put your ideas into motion and go from there. In the end, you guys have helped how many people here in Arizona turn their ideas into reality?
Oh my gosh, we've been around for 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, so, at any given time, we generally have anywhere from 90 to 120 members, and then we have a reach of about 1,400 inventors across the state.
And you say a lot of them are women who are at home raising families, cleaning houses, and they're like, there's got to be a better way.
Exactly. I think stay-at-home moms are the most inventive people in the world because they have to make, the dollar stretch, right? So they figure
and the
out how
time
to
stretch because they're tired.
Exactly. And then sometimes they can put the baby to sleep, they get at the kitchen table, and that's where the creative juices come and they start making things better.
Do you feel like people do get that one idea, and if somebody thinks, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire, is that a realistic expectation?
No, it's not.
Okay. You should get your name on something. It can happen. She has
We've
some
seen it.
fun ideas of local inventors, a holiday light slider, because holiday lights are such a pain, vacuum attachments, things like that. So if you have an idea, she's your girl, contact them, and they will help you walk through the process, because it can be a lot overwhelming when you don't really know
It
what
really
you're
can.
doing.
And if you live closer to Tucson, they have a group down in Tucson also.
Good information. Get everybody's wheels turning, you guys, and maybe see some new inventions come out.